Gosh, the bag's under my eyes. Let's ignore those. Hi friends, it's me, Scuttle. Welcome back to the channel. Basically what the premise for this video is, I was sitting and thinking this week and I realized that there are a lot of things that I say in my day-to-day life that I realize now are from videos that Josh and I made on the Smudge channel a long time ago, and most people don't know what those references are. And it's just become part of my vernacular or something that I think about constantly. But I realize that a lot of other people don't realize that. So I thought it'd be fun to show you some of the origins of things that I say, and it'd just kind of be a chill way to look back at other stuff that I've done. So here we are. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're just hanging out, we're just chilling, gonna pull up some clips. So I just have YouTube open, and that's what we're gonna do. So all the videos that I share and talk about today, I'll put in the description. I will link all of the videos that I talk about today in the description. The videos that I'm showing are all from the Smudge channel, which is videos that I made from 8th grade through college with Josh and continue to do, excuse me. Oh gosh. So anyway, we've made a lot of videos, had a lot of fun doing it, and I say a lot of things from these videos. So we're gonna start and go backwards chronologically from what I found. I just scrolled through, kind of went down memory lane to prep for this. So this first video is one of our more recent ones. Let's just pull this bad boy up. So this video, when is this from? 2017. I say one of the most recent, and it was a long time ago. So this video is called Sleepless in Seattle. It was we did kind of vlog style videos whenever we were together. These were called the Roaring 20s when we turned 20, and before that they were teenage weekends. So it's just kind of like when we got together, we document what we did. And from this video, one of the things I say a lot, or a variation of, is when I travel a place that I need to lick one of the monuments to say that I was there. So like when I went to New York recently, if I didn't lick the Empire State Building, did I go to New York? That's kind of like a thing I say. Well, it's initially from this video when Josh was living in Seattle, and I decided that I would have to lick the Space Needle to say that I had been to Seattle. We're in Pike's Place, I think, and we're going to the first Starbucks, and then we're in line at the first Starbucks, and so this is where this clip comes from.
I think I'm being basic, but I feel like you have to for the experience. Yeah.
If you don't go here, if you come to Seattle,
Like, did you even go to Seattle? If you didn't lick the Space Needle, did you go to Seattle?
And that's where that comes from. that was just me talking on the fly. Fun facts, I did not actually lick the Space Needle. It was under construction. I probably would have for the bit, but I didn't. But that's where that comes from. We were riffing while standing in line for like a half hour. From that, we did a callback to the bit in a later video, the one when I went to New York. So this is the callback to the licking the Space Needle bit. Let's see how many times I can pull up my freaking dashboard there while I'm at it. So this is the bit.
Go lick it.
You're filming. Okay. I will, just because you're filming.
Okay.
What are you gonna give me if I do it though?
A flu shot and $5.
And that was great too. Dominique, one of Josh's friends and one of my friends now, I consider her a friend. She was there. She was just fed up with us the entire time. That's the bit. That's licking things to say that you'd been there. Okay, this next one, I used it recently when talking to Josh. This is another Roaring 20s video that we did in college, actually for school. This is where the Roaring 20s started, where we transitioned from Teenage Weekend to Roaring 20s. And I asked Josh, he was supposed to write a script. We were filming that day, and I asked how his script was going. And so the specific thing I like from this that I'll quote every now and then, and quote it back to Josh actually about making this video, was just kind of rambling a bunch of nonsense to say that like, oh, I've totally been working on it, but I haven't been working on it at all. And so that's what he does in this clip here. So we just went through, the computer's off. We just went through my script that I wrote, that we're probably gonna go
Josh
film,
voiceover driving.
that we're gonna film this afternoon. Josh, how's your portion coming?
Oh, it's going great. Yeah, definitely making progress. I've broken that barrier of, what I need to do and what I've done.
So what's yours gonna be about?
Oh, okay, so the process of video is it's a collaboration of different creative processes, and I think that people just need to, broaden their perspective, not just zone in on one thing, So I've made way, Scott.
the uncomfortable fidget gets me. So that's a classic. That's just a great bit. Just trying to talk your way out of it when you're not doing anything. It just makes me really happy. There's also, I just wanted to share this. This isn't part of the video per se of things that this is just something I think about. In this video, Josh came up and scared me because I was working in the TV station, and then I tackled him. It was just chaos on camera. So I want to watch that while we're here. So he walked all the way in and documented that whole thing.
Hashimoto's disease.
Takedown.
It's just genuine anger. And then I just absolutely throttled him against the desk. Okay, this is one that I say, I don't even know what context to give when I say something like this. It's just a fun, nonsensical thing to do. So the concept of this video, these were the ones that we were making for the school that I talked about earlier. And so the concept of this was all the time we talk about some great video idea and then we'd never get around to it because we'd forget about it and keep saying that we should do it and then just never did it. And then we kept making excuses to not doing it. And so this is just a bit that literally we just improvised. Specifically the line that I like to say is, I think Josh says it, when he's like, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's so funny to me because we're improvising the scene. Also, gosh, it is a mess in there. We're improvising the scene and just the trying to think of something else to say, but then just settling on yep, here we go. So that gets me every time.
Yeah, I knew we had a video to film. I forgot which one.
Yeah, we should probably work on that sometime.
I mean, if you're busy.
Yeah, I'm organizing mugs.
Yeah,
I'm pretty. My agenda's.
I mean, if you have to do it, you gotta do it. I'm doing my own thing. I'm sorting the socks.
I can't. These mugs can't sort themselves.
Yeah, and if you can't sort the mugs, how are you gonna be able to drink?
We can't.
So that's that little bit where he's like, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's obviously not as complicated as I say it now, but it just has evolved more and more to be more nonsensical and to go nowhere. But so that's something I say a lot. Okay, so this one, we're going back to 2014. The whole concept of this video was just like, I think in a way it was like us venting slight frustrations about each other from living in the dorms together, but like having fun with it because we both really liked each other still, obviously. So it was a way to like vent that frustration and make fun of it at the same time. But in this one, it's just the way he enunciates the sentence. It's a blooper at the end of the video that a lot of times I think will subconsciously kind of emphasize things like this. He was just supposed to come in the room. Actually, here, I'll just show you the original clip.
Scott, have you gone to class today?
What? Why? It's only Saturday.
Scott, it's Thursday.
Oh no. So that was the original scene, and then Josh whenever we make a video together, there's like a scripted video, there's always just one line that we can't get for whatever reason. And so this was the one where Josh just couldn't come in the room and say, have you gone to class today? So how he says this and emphasizes it has stuck with us, and we'll kind of subconsciously make fun of it all the time. So this is the blooper.
Scott, have you gone to class today? I'm sorry.
You had it. And then you were dumb.
So I felt really uncomfortable. Look, you put such high stakes on me. I'm really nervous now. I'm usually never nervous.
So that's a bit. So have you gone to class today? It just gets me every time. So this one is we were going on a road trip, another teenage weekend. What year was this? 2015. So this is actually a callback. I couldn't find the original clip. I don't remember where it is, but this is a callback to it. So anytime I see, in South Dakota specifically, I don't know where anywhere else, that we have signs they remind you to wear your seatbelt, and they'll say click it or ticket. Like, wear your seatbelt or you could get ticketed to not do that. Anytime now I see one of those signs, I think of or might say this line that Josh initially did in the video, and this is a callback to it. It's so dumb, but this is the bit.
Hey, buckle up.
For safety, mother freaking
Click it or ticket.
Click it or ticket.
Still not a thing.
It's not a thing still?
It's still not a thing. So that was we referenced a lot together when we were in the car, and it just was funny because it is never it's so dumb, we'd never catch on. So that's something I think about a lot. Okay, so this video, I think it's freshman year of college, 2014. So Josh was going to school his first year in Maryland, and so I went out to see him. There's 2 quotes from this one. So a lot of times I'll make reference or say when something is gross, I'll be like, that's gross. I'll say it like that, or a variation of that, and it comes from this video because I was being gross on camera, and Josh pops in and says it's gross, and so that's where this comes from.
His name is... Ew. That's gross! We got 2
And that's
things.
it. That's the bit. That, for some reason, that specifically has stuck in my vernacular for years. I mean, since 2014. So that's gross. That's the funny thing about these is like none of them, some of them are like funny, but pretty much it's Josh and I that know these things, and I say them around other people. And again, like why I wanted to do this video is that people don't realize they're a reference to things I've done, but they are. And it's just funny to me that we have like our own inside references that are just dumb callbacks to stuff. So this is another one I say every time, almost every time I park, and Hannah admits that she does this as well. She thinks this every time that she goes to park now. So in this clip, we were going to IHOP, and I was driving, and I parked farther away because there was a spot that I could pull through, and then I wouldn't have to back out later. And Josh was mad because we had to walk further because there's one like right up front. And so this is where this line that I say constantly originated from, where I'll say to always choose a pull through.
It's, never mind. Our car's not there. Scott could have parked right there, but he drove right past it.
Always choose a pull through. You always choose a pull through. Always choose a pull through.
I've never heard that before.
You always do.
And he's never heard that before because that was the first I said it. It was never a rule that anyone else told me. It's just something that I always did. And so that's where that originated. And so now, if I have the opportunity, most times I'll choose a pull-through spot. So, okay, so this one comes all the way from senior year of high school, so 2013. We're at graduation, getting ready for graduation, and we just had time to kill. And so Josh says that we want to go take adventures. And I don't know why he said it the way he did, but that's always stuck with me. And so a lot of times if we're going to go do something adventurous with somebody, I'll say to take adventure rather than to go on an adventure. And that's a callback to 2013. So this is a little before that clip, but this is where it happens.
You want to go take adventures?
Yes, let's go take adventures. Let's not have an adventure, let us take it. Wow.
And that was, I immediately made fun of him for saying it weird. And then now I say it constantly. And that's how life works, is you make fun of something enough and then it just becomes part of you. Okay, so this one comes from I forgot to look, 2013 again. So this is still senior year, but this is a little earlier in the year. We're hanging out with our friend Ross, which, hi Ross, I hope you're doing well, and also watching my content still. Ross was really into music, and at the time was writing music reviews when like a new album would come out from an artist he liked. I think at the time, our friend Jesse was doing like movie related stuff. I don't remember if it was on YouTube or if he was, I don't remember. Ross was making a reference to Jesse to explain who Jesse was. He's like, shout out to our friend Jesse. He has glasses. He knows movies. And it's just funny to me because I know he's giving two just characteristics of Jesse, is that he wears glasses and he was really into movies. But I love it because it sounds like Ross is saying that because Jesse wears glasses, he knows movies. Like it's because of the glasses that he knows. So I think about stuff like this constantly, like referencing like, oh, like this person's good at this because of this. And it's not at all related. So that's what what I think about for this clip.
You should make YouTube video music reviews.
And
That'd be very interesting.
Jesse does movie reviews.
Jesse
has like all the movies in the world.
I know he does. He's got the coolest collection. Shout out to our friend Jesse. He has glasses. He knows movies. You know that Wednesday is...
That's it. That's the bit. It is stuck in my brain. The exact, as you can see, the exact timing of it, and also the hand gesture. He knows movies. It has been in my brain for ages. I don't say it a lot, but gosh, I think about it constantly. This is one that I will say a lot, and it's mainly when I'm working on a project like around the house and I don't do it very well, and then I will say, let's just pretend that that was always like that. That's a callback to, we were setting up to do a video, to do an intro for this teenage weekend, and Josh broke the light of his fan.
This is taking way longer than it should to make an intro.
Let's just pretend that that was always like that.
This is a good party.
It's just so, that's one thing I miss about like that era, because now I use for a camera I use a Canon Rebel, so I use it for video a lot, but it's not technically a video camera, so it can't legally record 30 minutes or more. So that is one thing I miss about these, is we had a video camera as a small consumer, just terrible as you can see from the quality, but we could just leave it recording constantly, so we'd get all these little bits of like something breaking or whatever. So I kind of missed that, but that's where that comes from, of like, let's just pretend that that was always like that. Okay, so this is a fun entry from 2012. So this is very fitting with St. Patrick's Day coming up, because this is something I think about every St. Patrick's Day. He was going to do his whole section on St. Patrick's Day, but he couldn't say St. Patrick's Day. And so he cut it out because it just didn't work. So this is a compilation of Josh trying to say St. Patrick's Day and instead saying Thanks Patrick's Day.
Thanks Patrick Day? Saint Patrick's Day. So Saint Patrick Day. Oh my god! Where's Thanks Patrick Day? It's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving? What the frick? Thanks. So Saint Patrick's Day. So thanks mother. Thanks Patrick's Day. If I don't do it this time, I swear I'm gonna throw myself out the window. So thanks Patrick. It's St. Patrick's Day.
It's just the struggle. The struggle gets me every time. Okay, so this video, 2012. We were doing another teenage weekend. There was a thing called Creative Connections that would happen every year, that you would send kids that got selected to one school, and they would spend an entire week working on one creative subject. So I ended up going for video stuff. Obviously, hi, I'm doing video. This was towards the end of the week, and we're kind of just like wrapping stuff up. We asked the teacher how things were going and how the video class was going, which he went into kind of almost like an actual interview, like, the kids are doing really great this year. And then he says bang up job, which then just stuck with me since 2012. So this is that bit.
Great week this week with Creative Connections. The kids have gotten things done quickly, yet efficiently, and I think we have some amazing products.
Because I was here.
There we go. Scotty's done a bang-up job this week.
Bang up job.
Bang up job. So that's where a bang up job came, which I know is a fairly common expression, but that was the first I heard it, and I just thought it sounded absurd, and so I made fun of it, and I still say it. So the bit from this video, 2012. So this is the end of junior year. Every year you had to clean out your lockers, make sure that do a whole clean out checkout process. And so these are our friends, Ross again. This is Ross, and this is Frank. I don't say this one, but I think it constantly. Frank went and found Scrubbin' Bubbles, and I love how he says this. He gets so excited where he's like, I found Scrubbin' Bubbles, and Ross tried to ask him for something, and Frank was so excited and was like, they scrub by themselves. And just his excitement for it to get it done is just so funny to me. And every time if I use Scrubbin' Bubbles, this is what I think of.
Where's that scraper? Dude, I see for just like 2 seconds. And I got Scrubbin' Bubbles. Just 2 seconds. They scrub by themselves.
That's it. Again, it's not the funniest thing. It just, for whatever reason, it's stuck in my head. It has stuck in my head since 2012, and it will for the rest of my life be in my brain. The two bits that I wanted to show from this video as well, though. So Josh and I are super clumsy, and so in this video we actually got a lot on camera of us tripping on things. It's like how did we survive?
Oh, I thought you were calling him.
So the other one I love, Josh had a chair that he had to get rid of, and this is right at the entrance of the school, and so you'll see in the background there's like a family coming to get their student or whatever, and he's rolling on the chair and it clips the tile and just tips him, and it was right in front of a bunch of people, and Josh felt so embarrassed. Carry that up the stairs.
I don't want to.
What? It's a roller. He just makes direct eye contact with that family, and he's like, nothing happened. It gets me every time. It's so good. Okay, so this is the last clip I have for today. It is from oh gosh. It's from the before times. The times that we don't speak of, that Scott was allowed on the internet, that Josh was allowed on the internet. This is from 2011. So this is end of 10th grade. So I have always been afraid of bees. And when I say bees, I mean anything that is yellow and flies and can sting me. There is no distinction, bee, wasp, whatever. I hate it, I can't handle it. And so this is something, anytime I get attacked by a bee, I usually will call back to this.
Wait!
So that's it. That's the bit. Since that moment, again, totally ad-libbed, off the cuff. Like, there's a camera on me and I just said something to explain what I was feeling. And that's, to this day, that's from, what did I say, 2011. Here we are, 10 years later. I still say it. So yeah, I'll have all these videos linked in the description. So this is the Little Smudge channel. It's just a fun little plug. Like, this is old stuff that I make, and if Josh and I ever get back together, if he comes to visits or whatever, we'll try to make something. It's just kind of fun. We liked doing it because it was just a way to preserve memories. You know, some people print photos and put them in a photo album, and we made videos of what we did and posted it on the internet. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. Thanks for sticking around. It's a little insight into who I am and why I am who I am and why I say the things I say, whether I realize it or not. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for liking and commenting. If you do that, I really appreciate that. It's been really fun the first couple videos to see you guys commenting and be able to interact with that. So comment if you want. I'll probably try to respond back. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. It means a lot if you guys do subscribe and want to hang around. I am going to try to make videos as much as I can. I really enjoy doing it, so it would mean a lot if you guys hung around with me. And yeah, I think you can click a bell. I think it notifies you. I don't know. I'm going to be honest, I've never clicked a bell on any channel, but you can do it if you want. It's there. It's an option that YouTube gave you to do. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Maybe next week, maybe not. Who knows? I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's the channel. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.